Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 19, How to Lead People That Are Smarter Than You. So welcome to our EC Leader Show. We haven't been on in a while, so I'm excited to be back here. So if you are live or if you're watching the replay, do me a favor, say a quick hello. So we can know that you're here and we'll get started. So today I want to talk about how to lead people who are smarter than you, because a lot of times as a director, you are going to have people on your team that are smarter than you, and you should have people on your team that are smarter than you in a lot of different areas, right? Because the sign of a good team or a great leader is not someone that knows all the answers or, just can be that person that everyone comes to for advice. The sign of a great leader is the person that can actually surround themselves with really smart people. If not, then you just have a bunch of, followers. And a director, and especially in a school, you want to create leaders. So if you want to actually walk the talk, then you need to actually surround yourself with people that, are going to become leaders. So if you're live right now or if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments section, what's that fear when someone comes to you and asks you a question that you might not know the answer to, or someone says a comment that you didn't understand or you didn't think of that idea first. What is that feeling that you get inside? What's that like imposter that shows up inside of you? So let me know in the comment section. So I want to talk about 3 ways that can help you not feel like an imposter when teachers will ask you something, you don't know the answer, you're just really surrounded by super smart people, or especially if you're a director, that you're really young, you're new to the field, or maybe you're just really young, or you're an older director, but you've inherited this new staff, you just got a new job. It could be really intimidating at times. And I think the first thing before I even get into the 3 ideas is you have to understand you do not need more experience in your life. You need more courage. You need the courage to stand up. You need the courage to ask. You need the courage to lead. You do not need more experience. It is such a myth that you need to have all these years of experience under your belt, and only then could you be a leader, and only then could you know how to do this, and only if you have 15 years of experience could you actually do something. Lots of people have 30 years of experience and 0 years of learning. 0. They did not learn anything in 30 years. They've regurgitated the same ideas again and again and again and again, but they're the masters because they have 30 years of experience. BS. You need courage. You need the courage to stand up. You need the courage to lead. You do not need more years of experience. It is such a myth, and it drives me insane that the person that has all the degrees and all the years of experience, they're the ones that are revered. No! What about the person who actually knows what they're talking about because they've invested in themselves, because they actually take the time to read books and go to trainings and invest in mentors and coaches and are in the grind and get their hands and face dirty? They're the ones that you want to go to, not the people who have all these years of experience but no years of learning. Oh, I love to learn. Really? When was the last time you read a book? Oh, I don't have time to read a book. Oh, great. So when was the last time you went, and invested? I don't have time for that. When was the last time you did? Oh, I don't have time for that. They don't have time for anything, but they're the masters, which is a totally different topic. I just went on a little rant over there. But yeah, Crystal, I'm so glad you agree with that point 1,000%, because it is so true and it drives me insane. Chris, fear of forgetting to research the answer and following up when you have the answer. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's like huge. Nailed that one. Thank you, Chris. Damn, wish I thought of that, but great idea. Sometimes maybe jealousy. Yeah, totally. And that's like a normal feeling, like that's going to happen. I'm going to talk about a different angle of that, but I'm glad you brought that up, Crystal. Barbara, feeling of inadequacy. Oh my God, that is like the imposter, like, on top of you in that way. Awesome. All such really, really good points. Okay. Super. So let's go into number one, okay? When you're surrounded by someone that's smarter than you and they said something or they did something or whatever it is, the first thing is move away that feeling of intimidation. But first, recognize it. Say something like when I was a director, many years ago, and there was a teacher who said something and I felt like super intimidated. I was like, oh my God, like she's so smart. And so I actually just like recognized that feeling. I was like, whoa, I feel intimidated right now. I said it to myself. I didn't say it out loud. And then I just, quieted that voice and said, my job is not to have all the answers. Okay. My job is to set the stage for creativity, for innovation, to offer opportunities for other people to be smart. I don't need to have all the answers. But the first step is just recognize, whoa, I feel intimidated right now. Right. And I feel that a lot. Like sometimes I'll go to conferences or I'll talk to mentors or I'll be in a room with like super smart business people. And I'm like, whoa, I feel super intimidated right now. But recognize that feeling, move it. My job is not to have all the answers. So let me know in the comments section if that first one feels good for you, feels like something that you could actually take action on, something that, is like, yeah, that makes sense. Like I can do that. So let me know in the comments or if you're watching the replay, how that sits with you. Okay, cool. We'll jump into number 2 now. So the second one is don't micromanage. Okay. So this happens a lot when we feel insecure, right? We feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm so intimidated. I'm so insecure. Like everyone's so smart. We overcompensate in other areas that we're super strong in. And then we start micromanaging, right? So we're like, we might be super strong in these, so I'll tell you a story. So I worked in a school as a teacher and, the director was new. She had a lot of years of experience, but she was new to the school. And she was super intimidated from me because I was in the school already for a number of years. And so I knew all the parents, I knew all the kids, like I just knew my way around the place. And she felt like, oh my God, like I'm the director, like I should know everything. So she was like super intimidated. And I always would tell her, I'm like, seriously, like I don't want your job, like just calm down, like, you're the director, let me do my thing, like just hands off. Anyway, she was insanely intimidated. And so she micromanaged the hell out of me in areas that she was amazing at. And she totally overcompensated. So for example, I am not the tidiest person. Like I have cleaning help here 5-6 hours a day. Like I do not like to clean. I never call myself a tidy person, but I like a clean space. I like to work in a clean space. My family needs to be in a clean space. Laundry has to get done. Dishes have to be cleaned. So I have cleaning help here, right? So because my classroom was always a mess, I always had the cleaning lady coming inside the classroom. The director, the head of the school would send in the cleaning lady into my classroom twice a day, to just tidy up the place so that when parents came for dismissal, the classroom was clean. Anyways, it's a totally separate topic. So she would come in and she would like nitpick at my like documentation board. She'd be like, that paper isn't straight. You use the wrong font. Like that font and that font don't match. That's like a real eyesore. Like, oh my gosh, you must take it down. Like it's a horrible eyesore. Like the parents are going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm looking at like Calibria 12 and Times New Roman. Like, oh my God, you must take it down. Like she micromanaged the hell out of me. And looking back now, I realized that she was overcompensating for it in a way because she was just intimidated by the fact that I was in the school for longer. So let me know in the comment section if you resonate with anything that I'm saying right now. Totally. Okay. Awesome. 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 All right. Let's see a couple more people. Let me know here. Number 1 and number 2 that we just shared, which one resonates with you about, telling yourself don't be intimidated, or I feel intimidated right now. And then the don't micromanage, for the overcompensation. Exact thing happened to me more than once. Yeah. For sure. Sharon, which thing? The part of like the director overcompensating? Yeah. All right, so let's go into number 3 now. The last thing is to stay educated. Okay, when you're leading people who are smarter than you, when you're leading, top quality professionals, you have to stay educated. You have to consistently invest in yourself and never stop being curious. Okay, it's not just about learning. Right now, I get on the phone with lots of people for the live event. We have 2 spots left, and I'm constantly on the calls with different directors. And I got on the phone with the director last week, and she's like, oh, I really want to come to your event. I always want to learn things. I'm really curious. I always want to learn. I always want to grow. So I was like, you could check Google. So she started laughing. So I was like, I'm being serious. Like, why do you want to come to this event? Like, you want to come here not just to learn and curious and grow. Like, this is not one of those kinds of events. There's a significant investment. There's travel involved. Like, there's a lot of different components to coming to this event. It's not just for people that are curious and want to just learn. You have to really want to invest in yourself. So she was like, yeah, I guess, I really want to learn and this. And then she like gave a whole bunch of other things and excuses and everything. And I ended up wrapping up the call, a couple minutes in, and I was like, I don't think you're a fit for the event. The point of me sharing the story is that this director, she may be an amazing person. I don't know her, but she got on the call because she was curious. She just wanted to like learn more. You can go onto Google to learn more. Google, I want to learn about early childhood. 4,000 million, things will come up in the search engine. Do you want to learn, or do you want to invest in yourself? Do you really want to elevate your school? Do you really want to understand how all the nuts and bolts work and how you show up and how to be consistent about the way you're showing up? Don't just be like, oh, I want to learn. You never, like, you always have to grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. Like, and just like cliche your way through, like, telling your teachers like, oh, you have to learn. Yeah. When was the last time you read a book? When was the last time you went to a conference and implemented something that you learned at the conference, right? You want your teachers to do things? Show up. Do the same thing and be more, because you're the leader. So stay educated in that way as well. Chris Carroll said, I would call the difference in fonts more OCD than jealousy. Yeah, she definitely was OCD. But again, that was just like a drop in the bucket of the way she showed up. I'm not even going to go into detail of like what she did to my classroom. Like one morning I came in at like 8:30, my entire classroom was rearranged, because she decided that it wasn't Reggio inspired and my classroom didn't look progressive enough for her. So she just like rearranged all the furniture, and I was like, I'm not going to say what I did, because I'm not proud of the response that I have, which was very, very reactive. But yeah, to say the least, I gave her a piece of my mind for completely rearranging all the furniture in my classroom without asking me. So again, like going back to that piece, definitely OCD, but also an overcompensation. Sharon, agree 100% with this, but I love utilizing those people that do have more knowledge than me in areas that can really help. I find that when I pull strings together, then they don't feel that they have to overcompensate as well. Yeah, and Sharon, Lolly Daskell is going to be going into this. Like, I am so excited for her to speak at the live event, because she is going to nail this. Like, her TEDx talk was all about this. Her book, The Leadership Gap, is all about this. Like, she is, like, dead on all of these pieces. So I'm super excited that she's coming. Yes. Work together, not separately. Yes. Thank you, Lisa. So here's the thing. This is like a quote from Lolly that I love. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just have to have that person on your team. You have to give them that support and get out of their way. So I'm going to repeat that. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You have to have that person on your team, give them the support that they need, and get out of their way. That's what you have to do when you have smart people. So anyways, bringing everything here full circle. The 3 strategies are: don't be intimidated. So recognize that thing, ooh, I'm intimidated, and then move on from there. Don't micromanage. Don't try to overcompensate because you feel like, oh my God, insecure. And the last thing is stay educated, consistently invest in yourself. All right, ladies, it's been real. Let me just see if there's any comments or any specific questions. All right. And again, if you're watching the replay or if you have any other questions, you can always ping me here, tag me in the group. I'm happy to follow up. Awesome night, everyone. Episode 19 of the EC Leader Show. I will see you next week. All the best. Bye.